Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Welcome to Cowboy Boys Podcast 163.
Whoa.
The death of Queen Elizabeth happened while you were gone.
She's in the fucking ground.
She's dead. I mean, her clone is dead.
Yeah.
They finally got enough adrenochrome reserves to be like, all right, we can finally let all of our clones die.
She's sleeping like a Dracula, waiting until they can reemerge her.
You mean reanimate her?
Reanimate her. Well, they're gonna put her brain in a younger body.
They already have. I'm saying that they already have.
Oh.
And that they finally found a donor.
Meghan Markle is secretly the queen.
Yeah.
They put her brain in there, and Harry doesn't even know, or whatever one dates her or marries her. I fucking don't know anything.
I literally don't know. I don't care. I don't know who any of these people are, and it makes me furious. Like, we'll get to it. We'll make fun of British people for being the absolutely most cucked nation on earth. But
one of
they're.
sure.
I'm saying they're up there.
Saudi Arabia might be a little worse.
You think?
Yeah, man.
Do they have a king?
Yeah,
But
man. The royal family controls everything.
Here's what I was thinking about. Because if you have a king and he actually does political stuff, then that's cool.
The queen does the monarchy in England does political stuff.
Do they?
Yeah.
They actually have power?
Yeah.
You know what? I would like to mourn the loss of Queen.
Not a lot, but they do. They are ingrained, there's a specific way that they're ingrained in the political system. And listen, and also even if they didn't have any literal political power, which I think they do because they have abilities to lobby and fuck with things and use money to anyway.
Yeah.
But they also, if the queen doesn't say yeah, Margaret Thatcher attack Venezuela, then it's not gonna go down. That's why Princess Diana had to go.
Is that kind of like how after you get to be president, you still get to hang around?
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically our royal family. Obama's still... It's very funny whenever Obama shows up that Joe Biden is like, I'm not the president anymore. I'm going back to...
Yeah.
Obama just takes over, even in the room.
Thank you, Dad, President.
Yeah, thank you, Dad. Anyways.
It's so funny. Yeah, it's fucking... I don't know, man, but the queen is dead. It rules. A bunch of people were really sad about... People I did not expect were like... dude, I went to dinner. Did I tell you? I went to dinner in California with this really nice family, and they were sad the queen's dead.
Why?
And I fucking said some shit I shouldn't have said. I'll tell you that right now.
This is what I don't get. Why are you, as an American... I understand if you're British and you've been brainwashed just from a child.
Yeah.
If the president dies in America, I'm I understand. As an American... Whether or not you hate or love the president, if the president dies, old people seem to get really oh, I remember when they assassinated. It gets really somber. Who gives a shit as an American? Nothing makes me more sick than seeing an American person worry about the British queen. Oh, boo, she's defending her. I get when British people do it. I understand. It makes sense. But when I see Americans getting sad, I'm you need to get the fuck out of our country. We revolted from them. We had a revolution. We're saying, now we're not part of you anymore. All the other ones, they have 14 colonies still.
Yeah, they have a bunch.
What are they called?
The Commonwealth.
Commonwealth. Australia. You know what to do right now.
Yeah, dude.
Now's the time.
Yeah, let's go Australia. Fuck Canada, though. I hate that place.
Canada. You should
you.
leave. Guess what?
Suck
You're already besties with us, America.
It's true.
I think Canada...
Unless when you're not.
Yeah, Canada is hedging their bets like a bad friend.
Yeah, Canada is bad.
I hate Canadians so much. But you were with this family and they were boarding Her Majesty's death?
I would like to say Americans were sad about the Queen because Americans are cucked by wealth. Yeah. Americans are pathetically obsessed with money. And so the Queen is a rich, famous person. And Americans are like, well, that's our favorite shit. anytime a rich famous person dies, that's bad, and we care about that shit. So that's by default, the queen is the thing Americans love most, which is the idea that they could somehow be the queen.
Dude, I would love to be the queen.
Yeah, man.
I'd be such a great queen.
What would you do?
I would be the man queen.
Man queen.
The man queen.
MacArthur. Man queen.
Yeah. I'm too humble to be king, but I would be the queen. I'd be a powerful, evil queen.
Dude, I would dress evil.
Ooh.
It would be sick as fuck, dude. I'd make the palace evil. I would have like you know how they have like a guy, like but I would name them like Lord of the Rings thing, like the Black Hand of Shayne.
How they have all those British guards with the silly hats. And like, get that shit out of here. I would have everyone wearing suits of armor and they're all black.
Yeah.
All these black knights and all
pointy.
And there'd be torches and flames.
But they have like huge, like crazier rifles.
Yeah.
And a sword. Fuck, dude. We'd be so good at it. People would be like, this is fucking sick. I don't care what anyone says.
They'd be like, are they evil? We're like, maybe.
Well, here's the thing. If you're that evil, it's like you're not even doing the regular evil stuff.
Yeah. The actually evil stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I think Jeff Bezos, some congresswoman was like, fuck the queen. Which is like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We're Americans. Fuck the queen.
Yeah, off with her head.
Even if I'm like, I like the queen, but fuck the queen. That's what America should be.
Yeah.
And so Jeff Bezos was like, it's very sad that where people are mocking death. And then I think she clapped back and was like, imagine how many people are going to celebrate your death.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's very funny to be like, there are famous rich people who die and everyone's like, oh, that guy was great. Oh, we love him. And then I think everyone should imagine. Everyone's afraid of death, except for me. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I think a good thought experiment is imagine how many people are going to celebrate when you die.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing. It's like, are you doing good?
It's not even good. It's like, how are you living your life that many people are like, fuck that guy?
Yeah. Jeff Bezos. I hope he doesn't, but it'd be awesome if he actually thinks about that. Like, hey, the amount of people who are going to celebrate your life are infinitesimal compared to the amount of people who will celebrate your death.
But the people who celebrate it will have more money than the people who don't.
Oh,
and so then
crazy.
I'm like, do I want a bunch of rich people at my funeral or a bunch of poor bozos?
Yeah, dude. Ugh. It is so funny how I don't know what regular rich people, as they like near the end of their lives, they always have like a weird like crisis. I read a book. Fuck, I can't remember its name.
They only have a crisis if they don't have a young body lined up for their brain to be put into, their consciousness to be transferred into.
I read a book of all these nurses interviewing people who are dying, like soldiers, that are dying like on the battlefield, and like, but a lot of it was old people dying like at the end of their lives or sick in the hospital, and like universally all of the rich people, like universally, I think it was 100%, not a single case where they didn't say, I wish I worked less. And it's like, yeah, dummy. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Like, they all had deep regrets about not spending time with their friends and family and working.
But they had no regrets about being evil.
No.
They were just like, I wish I would have.
Yeah. I wish I would have used my evilness correctly. I used my evil wrong. I focus on the money and not the family. That's the thing. Like, listen, being evil's whatever. Yeah. Some people are into it. Some people like it. They're like, yeah, I'm fucking evil.
Also, some people think you're evil when you're not evil.
Yeah.
So who's to say where the
some people think you're good when you're evil.
Exactly. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. But anyway, I'm fucking...
this is an audio podcast.
No, people can see it too. People can also see it.
Where can they see it,
I know
Shayne?
that you edit it, but you have to zoom in on my face during that part.
All right. I don't edit it.
Anyway, the fucking... Yeah, so they're just all sad that they didn't use their evil correctly, and they fucking didn't see their friends and family.
That is the thing. If you're going to be evil, you still need to take time off every now and then to hang out with your family and friends.
Yeah. What's the point of like the evil empire if like all you do is maintain it? People don't understand like what life is about. I don't
think anyone does. Even the Buddhist monk at the top of the hill, I don't think he really knows. I think he's like, yeah, I've attained nirvana. That's what it's about. You're like, All right, but you're not getting any hoes.
Yeah, dude.
You haven't played Fortnite. You don't know what a giant pizza.
There's like a saying, like the monks always, they're like, when you begin the path to enlightenment, a mountain is a mountain. And then you begin to become enlightened, and the mountains are so much more. And then you become enlightened, and the mountain is just a mountain again.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, dude. And so the whole thing is like, do you really want to do this? Because the beginning of the road and the end of the road are the same place, and that's the realization. Like, they straight up tell you, and people still do it because they're stupid. Well, not stupid. I guess they want something to do, but it is very funny.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's
They look like they're having a good time, though.
They do have abs.
I volunteered.
A lot of them do. Well, you know, it is funny. They do have abs until they hit nirvana. Then once you reach enlightenment, you're like, oh, I'm gonna be fat like Buddha.
Yeah.
Working to a thing is the hard work. Once you achieve pure bliss, you're like,
well,
yeah,
you know how Buddha died.
How?
He ate bad ham.
That seems like a great way to go.
Yeah, dude. So real boss move on his part. I see, if he was Jewish, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, but
That no Jewish guy's ever died from eating bad ham.
I don't think a lot of Jewish guys have attained nirvana.
There are Jewish sects that
I'm saying overall,
that's their thing.
I would say overall, most Jews I see are going the opposite way. They're very nervous and anxious all the time.
Oh yeah, well we live around Hasidic Jews and they're poisoning our minds.
I'm saying normal Jews.
Really?
Normal Jewish guys are also very nervous and like they just have they're anxious. They're like a adopted dog, like a stray dog that's kind of like skittish at first. I'm just saying I've noticed certain traits.
It's true.
And the Jewish people are very. Not for no reason. They're very untrusting and.
Do you know who the most Chad people are? The Islamic people,
Yeah.
Muslims. They're so relaxed. They're like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna wear sandals while I fight the war." Like, they're so chill. They're like, "Yeah, man, we fucking boots." Nah, dude, I fucking got my sandals. I'm good. It's like, dude, for real. You're going slides during the war?
Here's the problem, because they're all like, yeah, who cares what I do? God is on my side.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. Or Jewish people are like, I don't know, is God on our side? Who's to say if God is, what is the side?
But they're right.
It's the two thoughts. It's the two.
Do you want to be right or do you want to be cool is the real problem.
I want to be right.
Really?
And God is on my side, so I'm right.
No.
Dude, praise Allah.
Dude,
no one higher.
True that. Inshallah, brother. I can't decide if I'm going to be a Muslim or Catholic yet. It's really coming down to an imagery thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you be Muslim, Catholic, Mormons? But then their imagery sucks.
Yeah, their imagery does blow. They have,
the dork is.
Also, anyway. They're just too. They're not like, I don't know. They're not cool enough. I think that the Mormonism isn't very spiritual. It's more centered around community.
Yeah, which stinks.
Yeah, it does stink because the community is weird. It's just like a bunch of weird guys.
It's just a bunch of dorks.
Yeah. Rock Church is centered around community, but at least there's hot chicks with chess pieces there.
Very cringe.
It is cringe. Listen, I'm with you. It's bad. Justin Bieber likes it, though. Yeah. And so does fucking, what's his name? The fucking Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
Oh, they go to rock and roll church?
Yeah, they do go to the same one. And their guy is like, he keeps saying homophobic shit. And they're like, well, listen, he says some crazy shit, but we're like, fine. And everyone's like, no, you pay millions of dollars in tithing to the guy. Like, what do you mean? And I don't know. People just kind of let it go. But I mean, I don't know. Whatever. If religion's making them happy, fuck it.
How do you feel about your Shia LaBeouf converting to Catholicism?
It's cool.
See,
I can't wait to go figure out what church he's at.
He was Jewish, right? LaBeouf? That's a Jewish name, right?
I don't know. I don't know what Shia's deal is.
Shia? That's a Jewish name.
Maybe. Is it a Hebrew word? Yeah, no.
Why are you being so coy?
I don't know. What do you mean coy? I don't know. I don't know this information.
Are we not supposed to talk about?
No.
Am I crossing some religious lie? Am I bringing up?
What you don't know is that I've developed a relationship, and we have to wait to see how this plays out. No,
you're doing the same thing. I'm feeling a shift of a bunch of Jews moving to Catholicism. It's so in vogue right now, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like how everyone thinks it's cool, which is why again I'm going. Cowboy Boys is always 2 steps ahead, at least over on this side, and that's why Islam's is the next move, because everyone moves in cycles of what the hot religion is.
What do you mean the hot religion? You picked the most popular religion by magnitudes.
Okay,
that's like someone being like, I'm gonna get into soccer because it's the next big thing.
Yeah.
When they live in the United States, and you're like, what do you fucking mean? It's been the next big thing for 100 years.
I'm gonna become Chinese.
yeah, man. That's so funny.
No, it's America. We're our own little pocket of whatever.
Yeah. You got to have a worldview.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, if you're not doing the worldview, then yes, Islam is new and crazy. Whoa, Islam. No way. I don't know. Anyway, Shia became Catholic because he did that movie where he's going to play like a saint, but he lived in a convent for 9 months with monks. Monks are fun, dude. I did that one retreat where I didn't talk for a week, and the Buddhist monks were always laughing.
Are you allowed to laugh? You're not allowed to talk?
You're not supposed to talk. I giggled. I mean, I couldn't help myself.
Did people still talk?
No one talked. I think you can laugh. I laughed a little. No one got mad at me.
That's very
But I mean, there were people who like were not good at it, you know.
Was it like Silent Library or Documental where you're like
trying to make each other laugh?
Yeah, because you're like, all right, no talking and everyone be reverent and kind but loud. Now it's like you try and everything's more funny because you're trying to like.
For me, yes.
Because you're supposed to be quiet. You're supposed to be like meditating, and now the smallest thing, and now you're trying to get each other and like trip each other up and goof.
It's not because it's not that you're trying to be quiet. It's that you're just not talking. So now that I think about it, I did laugh quite a bit, but I'm just an idiot. And the people I went with taking it really seriously, it was actually really hard. It was kind of miserable, honestly, but it was a good experience afterwards.
But it was funnier.
It was funny. It's funny now.
No, but I'm saying when you're in it.
Oh, I think if I would have been with funnier people, but I went by myself. I was like with strangers not talking.
Were any of the strangers funny?
No. The monks were funny, though.
The monks were
funny. The monks were talking.
So that's what
so the monks were like doing the retreat for us, like we, because they have to make money somehow, and so they like help, that's their whole thing is to guide people spiritually. Anyway, so it was like a week long. It wasn't actually a week though. It's one of those where they say it's a week and it's like 5.5 days. But yeah, it was like you didn't talk the whole time. I didn't talk for 5.5 days, and the monks fed us and stuff. But the monks hanging out together, living there, literally always laughing. Like they prank each other, they're goofing, they're telling jokes.
Of
like
course.
They're the happiest people alive.
So think about it, we're scamming all these white people, getting all their money, just hanging out.
Well, firstly, some of the monks were white, but
think about this. They're all like, man, these white people are annoying. What if we made a rule for them to not talk? That's a great rule. You'll become more enlightened if you take a vow of silence for this week and don't bother us. We don't care about your shit.
Some of them were white, but
no, I'm just.
It would be funny to. That is great. It's a good idea if you're gonna have to hang out with a bunch of tourists or whatever.
I should start.
You would fail so.
No,
fast.
I would say me as a religious guide, a spiritual guide. I'd be great.
You are the least spiritual person I've ever met in my life.
I know. That's why I'd be so great at it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd go into the jungle, to my jungle retreat. I'd have rich people from LA pay me thousands of dollars. I don't know, fucking tens of thousands of dollars to come hang out in huts in the jungle that I paid someone else to build. And I'm just like, I'm going to slip acid into the water. And I'm going to just be like, all right, now we're going to sit around and meditate and do a drum circle. And I got to come up with like a new crazy thing. We're all going to swap clothes with each other. And out hippieing a hippie is pretty hard.
I was going to say, you're just saying stuff I think hippies do already.
And then we're going to sacrifice one guy.
One guy.
Rip out his heart. Maybe we just fake.
You do a plant.
A plant?
Like you have a guy who's not actually like he's a paid actor and you pretend to sacrifice him and everyone's like, whoa. But now they're all complicit.
Yeah, they're implicated
over all these rich people.
And I'm like, hey, you got to give me more money.
Yeah.
I have it on footage. I have footage of you participating in the sacrifice. You're going to get a lot of trouble. Unless you Venmo me $1,000.
I love that it's Venmo. Yeah. You got to Venmo me. It's more secure than other. I don't have Cash App. I was banned.
I guess I just basically did the plot of Midsummer.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the same movie. It's the same. Everything's been done.
Yeah, man. Listen, but the plot of Midsummer also happens in real life, so people do that shit.
We just got to start a Cowboy Boy cruise.
Yeah,
and
dude.
then just charge people to come on that.
Oh, dude. We gotta become famous, and then we get a cruise, and then people go on it, and we fucking sacrifice someone.
Well, how do you define famous? Because I think you're famous.
I'm definitely not famous.
But no, you are famous to a degree.
I guess.
You're-
Yeah, like compared to like a normal guy, sure.
Yeah, people come up to in the street and be like, "Hey, I know you."
Yeah, sure.
And so it's like one of the things where we're like, how do you define when you made it?
Well, I
Is-
think
when do you make it? It's all different. There's different degrees, and I would say you are famous.
true.
I would say I'm a micro influencer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the term micro influencer is like, I'm regular, but I want to say a thing. I don't know.
Micro influencer is just like, I'm a guy who has as many followers as an average girl. That's how that's how influential I am. I'm just as entertaining as a mildly normal to hot girl online. Follow me. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't follow me,
That's fucked up.
that is. I do see people tagging you and the podcast and not me in posts sometimes.
Oh.
And if it weren't for Shayne being my friend, I would block you.
I see people message me shit about you and be a dick to me thinking, I don't know what they think. They'll be like, I just want you to know that Max, I like Mac more.
That's
and
very
I'm
funny.
like,
That's
why?
super
I know it is funny if they were doing it to be funny, but they're being serious.
Why don't you sick your fans on me?
What?
Why don't you sick your fans on me?
What do you mean?
Tell your fans to tell me off.
No, I would never, because I'm a good person.
I can handle
I'm
it.
not a good person, but I'm a good friend.
Yeah, I don't care what you say to Shayne, as long as it's building me up.
It is funny for people to just like assume. It's like when you go, I do shows with Mike and Diego, and people are like secretly like, Diego, you're my favorite. It's like, you don't have to do that. We're all friends.
Yeah.
Just like us.
No.
It's not a competition.
I think it's like children. You love all your children equally, but you do have a favorite.
Yeah, but you let them figure that out naturally. You don't say it out loud.
No, I would, if I had kids, I guess you don't say it out loud, but they do know. It's very hard to hide that. Also, I think the favorite one knows why they're the favorite, and the non-favorite knows why they're not the favorite. Unless your children are very not self-aware.
Which happens all the time.
Yeah, if you have a not self-aware favorite, a child, you're like, oh, of course he's not going to be my favorite. He's stupid. What a stupid kid. Unless he's really funny.
Yeah.
I bet there's some. Imagine being the smart kid and the stupid one's the more lovable favorite. That happens all the time.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
You have a Down syndrome brother? Of course he's going to be the favorite.
Unless he's not.
Unless he's a biter.
Yeah, dude.
But I think most of the time, there's all kinds of... Dude, imagine having multiple wives, and your wives know, you're like, that's the favorite one. That usually happens, right? It's the first one?
I bet it ebbs and flows.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
You think some days she's...
I think if you have more than two, it's a problem. If you have two, it's really easy to just like...
bounce them out.
Well, and then also they are going to like you less and more, just like a real relationship. There will be times when you're really in love and times when it's on the rocks and times, it ebbs and flows. When you've been together with someone long enough, there are times where you're just like wholly uninterested in your relationship and love. And then, you just kind of enjoy them and wait it out, and then you'll like get back. I think that happens in the polygamous couple I know that I checked to see if they're still together, and they still are.
That's not how I love.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that? Did you ever read that Kevin Smith tweet?
No.
This is from 2009.
Fuck
It's
me.
it's the cringiest tweet I've ever read.
Oh, Kevin Smith was cringy? No way.
10 years in, and we bone like we're cheating on each other with each other. A decade plus, her clit/brown/taint area still pones my dick.
Okay, no, that rules, dude.
it's
Fuck
not.
you, man. That's awesome. Because he's being a silly guy. He still
No, he's
pones
not.
my dick. Yeah, no, that
That's so-
rules.
Anyways,
That
that
rules.
is how I love.
Fuck you, dude.
10 years later,
Kevin Smith, you
her
rule.
clit/state/brown area. Dude, no one should be public with how much they love.
Shut up.
You should be able to you should be married. The first time I see your spouse is when you're on her Instagram page when she tags you.
Oh, you think men shouldn't say it or women shouldn't?
Men shouldn't. Men should be stoic in their feelings towards everything.
Yeah. You should just do there's like this fuck, I can't remember what it's called. The Japanese concept of the most beautiful love is one where a man loves a woman and then she learns of it, but only after he died. It's really funny. I read about it. I was like, I get where they're coming
that
from.
Rules.
yeah, where he loves her like more than anyone, and then he dies, and then she finds out.
Then he finds out all of the pictures he's been stealing from her.
Yeah.
Secretly stalking her and taking photos from the bushes.
It's not just tragic love; it's like the most tragic humanly possible. Like
all the upskirt photos that he's been taking of her.
Oh, yeah. He loved me even on my bad pussy days.
Damn. That rules.
It does rule. No, it's very funny.
Imagine your husband dies and you don't get one of those letters. You're like, this fucker, some other bitch.
Yeah.
I secretly loved you.
Oh, man. A lot of people secretly love people, dude.
Not my fans. They openly tell you.
Yeah, they really do. They really do. Hey, just so you know, as if I'm like in competition, as if I chose to be popular in a way that like I wouldn't want you to also be.
Sorry, are you threatened by my undergroundness?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm still underground.
It is so funny that people treat me like that. I'm like, is it not obvious that I'm doing everything humanly possible to help everyone around me?
I don't think. Here's what I say: people will not get that nuance because people will email us and misspell your name and sometimes my name all the time.
Mac with a K.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't get.
I don't care.
You sound like you care.
No. About like people misspelling or like whatever.
I was gonna say you sound like you care about the other thing.
I care about when people are like weird and like making it a competition between me and my friends.
Here's what I don't care. If you subscribe to our Patreon and give us $5 a month at patreon.com/cowboyboys, you can send me hate mail, death threats. You can spit the most vitriolic, hateful messages, use slurs against me. I don't care. For $5 a month.
Patreon.com/cowboyboys. I agree with that. Listen, the Patreon members are a different breed, dude. They're allowed to do it. You guys have different rules.
Yeah,
if you slide into my DMs on Instagram and you're like, I just so you know, Mac is more talented. Firstly, I'm glad you enjoy Mac. Look, I enjoy Mac too.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been here for 163 episodes. But if you're on Patreon, man, say that shit.
Yeah.
Say it all, dude. Fuck it, baby.
We're dominatrix pay pigs
Yeah,
for
dude.
Patreon.
Absolutely, fucking let us have it. Someone was like $500 to do an episode about me, or I had 2 people DM me, and I was like, "Yeah, do it, pay it."
But you have to pay in cash. I don't want to. It has to be
Venmo, because then they can't get it back.
Oh, yeah, they can.
No, you can't. You have to request like they cannot get it back.
Those ways.
Oh yeah, what ways?
I don't want to talk about it.
Have you had people take money get money back from you?
Yeah, once.
Was it a company?
No, it was a person. It was a PayPal thing, not Venmo, actually.
Oh yeah, see, Venmo doesn't trust me. Venmo doesn't let you. I know because I did everything humanly possible recently to try to get a Venmo thing back.
Oh, you buy some feet pics?
No, I didn't.
You got a man's feet instead?
It's so much worse than that.
Worse than how I bought some Bitcoin over PayPal, or I sold Bitcoin over PayPal and then got scammed. Like, here was how good the scam was. It was like 8 months later they did a return.
Oh, like right on the day or whatever.
Right on the day, and then I was like, what the fuck? I looked at my bank account and PayPal just took it all out. This was like 2017, right before everything started popping off.
Damn, dude.
It was so funny. I'm like, God damn, and PayPal fucked me.
Yeah, PayPal will do that. They fucking suck. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Suck my dick. You and the queen, dude. You're in a box next. A fatwa against the king, by the way. I know it goes without saying, but holy war against the king.
Pretty a fatwa.
And his fucking sausage fingers, dude. Fuck you.
Yeah, there was
What's his name?
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, dude. Fucking, you're the king.
Is it Philip?
I don't know.
Charles? Henry? They all have the same name.
Yeah, dude.
They're all inbred, and they all... Oh, I guess I'll name you... I have a new retarded baby. I guess I'll name him after my third cousin I fucked.
Yeah, dude.
And there's only 3 names that they all inherit.
I love that Queen Elizabeth was like first cousins with her husband. So the meme, the someone like Queen Elizabeth, loving mother, beautiful, beautiful woman, loving a husband to her cousin. It's just like, or like, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were cousins. Fuck these people, dude. Oh my God. So, but when I got in trouble at that dinner, they were like, so they're bad? And I was like, how would they not be bad? They like hoard wealth from the English people.
It was so
if
funny.
you were good, abolish the monarchy. Just immediately, if you get the power, be like, oh, this is bad. Just give me a couple $1 million and I'll leave forever.
His like first thing he did was talking about, he was literally sitting on a gold throne.
Yeah.
And being like, hey, we need to eradicate poverty in England. And everyone's like, what the fuck? Because at least with like our tech billionaires, they're like dressed in like a Patagonia sweater and they're sitting on like an office chair. It's kind of nice. They've toned down the evilness.
Yeah.
Where England is still like, look at the thousands of medals I got for nothing, for being born, and for I got this medal for eating a baby's brain while it was still alive out of the child. I got this medal for enslaving an entire tribe. Like, they're so blatantly evil. So sitting on a golden throne with all these medals he doesn't deserve, and just being like, we need to eradicate poverty. Where at least our guys, they have good PR. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude.
The PR is so bad over there.
But people in England are jacking off to that.
Yeah,
they
that's what I
love
hate.
the king. They're monarchists. It's crazy, dude.
I mean,
I fucking can't believe that exists.
I think we're monarchists. We're just...
Yeah, I don't respect Americans either.
No, I'm saying me and you. It's just...
We're monarchists? Who is our king and queen?
No, I'm saying we monarchy is a cool form of government if you have a cool king.
Oh yeah, well they don't even have that. They have a parliamentary government, which is just fucking also garbage.
Who do you think would make a good king? If we had a
like a king of America?
Yeah, the king of America right now. Could you pick any one guy to run America? I would pick John Stossel.
Yeah?
No. I was just trying to think of a guy.
Just any... me too. I was like, wait, who's a guy?
Yeah, who's a guy who you pick for a king to be like, all right, you run this shit?
Fuck, man. Dude, can I... Oh, man. I wish the guy from Jeopardy didn't die.
Alex Trebek?
Yeah, Alex Trebek could have done it.
I don't know. I don't know enough about him.
I don't know enough about him either. I just trust him. Do we want... What kind of a king do we want, though?
You know what?
Do we want a king that's gonna... What does he have to do? What do we want him to do?
He has to represent America, but he also has to have America's interests first.
Oh, so you're going nationalism.
Yeah. No, he has to like love America. So I would actually,
you want the evil empire to continue, but you just want a king instead of a president.
I want him to fix some things, but yeah, I'm living in the evil empire. I don't want the evil empire to end while I'm in it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah. Listen, most people don't want it to. They say they want change, but in reality, they're like, please don't take the internet.
If the empire did fail, I think I would be one of the few people that would be okay.
Yeah, I'd be fine
because I'm like, oh, I know how to weld. I know I could go in the middle of America and survive.
Yeah, I've lived in places where it was not doing good.
I'm fat enough where I'm like, I could survive one winter without food while everyone else dies.
Yeah, you're really stored up.
But let's see. How about Chris Pratt? Would he make a good king?
No. What about Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise might be a good king.
What if he agreed not to make us do Scientology? He might be, dude.
He doesn't seem like he is heavy in recruiting.
He has 0 allegations of sexual abuse against him, right?
Yeah.
To get that far into Hollywood this long and have zero?
He might just be doing the adrenochrome thing through
Scientology. Yeah, maybe he's like killing. Maybe everyone he might be up to some wild shit. I just think he's a weird guy. I just think he's like a weirdo guy.
You do want an alpha king.
You do. That's my thing. Oh, fuck. Henry Cavill's British. Or I'd say him. He can't. It has to be an American. Fuck, man. I don't think anyone should be king.
How about Arnold Schwarzenegger?
He's Austrian. I guess he has American citizenship.
This isn't the president. This is the king.
Yeah, true. Arnold Schwarzenegger might be able to do it. You're right. He's buff.
His politics are pretty all right. Pretty decent. He's like Republican, but still
he's a centrist.
Yeah, he's like still like, hey, we need to feed homeless people.
Yeah.
My vote is for Arnold Schwarzenegger as the what was it? The woman king or the
man queen?
The man queen. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the man queen. That's my vote.
Okay. What religion is the queen? Is it the Church of England? They have their own church, right?
Yeah, it's just an offshoot where they're allowed to.
It's Christianity, but for English people. Yeah.
I think it's like Catholicism, but you're allowed to get divorced.
Okay,
that's about it. Because the one king was like, "I want to get divorced," and like,
King Henry VIII. He's the one who kept killing his wives, right? Because they wouldn't let him get divorced. So he was
had
like,
to.
I have to fucking cut her head off. I think he only really cut off one woman's head. What was she doing though? What would you think she was?
She wouldn't divorce him.
Yeah, she was probably really saying some crazy shit to him too. You know how women be. Always trying to get their heads cut off, dude.
Not the women I date. I'm very picky.
Oh, the women you date, they would never get their heads cut off by King Henry VIII?
Not by but not by me.
If I dated King Henry VIII, he'd cut my head off pretty. No, actually, I'd kill him. What am I talking about? I'd stab him in the throat, dude. While I was on, he would think I was going to give him head. Bop, just right in the abdomen. I'd stab him so hard. I think the monarchy doesn't stab each other enough. That's my main complaint.
Yeah, they have all this imagery, but then they're dorks.
They do kill each other sometimes. Usually brothers kill each other, or they do fratricide. They do when they kill their parents. That one's cool. That happens all the time in like other cultures. English culture, they don't really kill each other very much.
Dude, it's so lame.
Yeah, it is pretty lame.
They're not starting wars with other houses, feuding over lands, stealing other brides to be.
Yeah. Does Scotland have a king? Do the other provinces, do they
That's a great question.
have their own royalty?
I don't think so.
Where are the other royals?
I think Queen Elizabeth was Scottish.
Is the English royal line, are they basically doing the okay, well, you got to date regular rich people now because we can't be, there's no other royals to date, the Austrian nobilities, we fucked them too much.
All the Saudi princes are trying to get in there, maybe.
Oh, you could, but then they don't want to date non-Islamic people.
Oh, do they not? What if they started dating the Kardashians? Get some of them.
I don't think
that's the closest thing we have to royalty over here is all of our rappers and actors. And
I don't think Saudi Arabians and Armenians get along. I could be making that up, but I feel like they're not down with each other. Especially now that Azerbaijan is invading Armenia. It is crazy how many modern wars are going on right now
that no one cares about.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. People are pretty over Ukraine, which is interesting.
It is crazy how much Trump had business going on in Russia and how much the Biden family had going on in Ukraine. And then both of those countries started fighting each other.
Weird.
And then we're just sending trillions of dollars to Ukraine, interesting enough, but not to Armenia, who's also getting attacked right now.
Yeah.
Almost like none of our politicians have business dealings in Armenia.
Yeah.
But the Kardashians are sending trillions of dollars to Armenia right now.
Oh,
that'd be very funny.
If Kim K was bankrolling the Armenian military.
Yeah, just start had her own militia.
Dude, that'd be
her
sick.
own private army. The Kardashian I might go sign up if they paid well.
You do mercenary work in
I would
Armenia
love,
to fight Azerbaijan?
I'd love to be a mercenary.
Would you?
I'd love to be a mercenary for not a country.
But countries hire mercenaries.
I know, that's what, yeah. But
Those are the only. That's the only thing that hires you. I guess you could be hired to like protect private interests, but usually you're not on the offensive.
Yeah,
I guess Coca-Cola hired death squads at one time in the 60s or whatever.
damn, should we just start our own mercenary?
You want to start a mercenary group?
Cowboy
Boys
Mercenary Corporation?
Yeah.
What do you need to become like a mercenary? What are
A lot of money.
is there like tax breaks?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you work with the United States government, for sure.
And you get to do war crimes.
You do. That's a big part of it. War crimes.
That's where the tax breaks are. Like, hey, they're like, hey, we're gonna arrest you for this, and we're gonna charge you money. And be like, no, I'm a mercenary. And they're like, oh, well, then we can't get you for either.
Oh, our bad.
Sorry, I didn't know you were. We'd hired you,
dude. It is crazy how fast and loose like all that military shit is. People think it's so official and paid attention to.
The Geneva Convention means anything.
It doesn't, dude.
It's all made up.
That one movie, fucking the arms dealer movie with Jonah Hill is so I read that book and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
What movie?
Dude.
I didn't see it.
It's like an arms dealer movie about these guys who just like randomly become arms dealers, and just how absurd it is, like everything the way they like how a regular guy can just like buy a bunch of guns if they have money and then sell them and like take them to Iraq on a private plane and drive them to a military base and stuff. Like, it's all just fucking so crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's what a lot of our politicians and people are doing.
Dude, it's all nuts. Dude, why do people care about Hunter Biden? Do you have a conspiracy about this?
What do you mean conspiracy?
What did he do wrong? Like, I get the Republicans would be mad that he had business dealings in Ukraine and China, and then the president made money off of that. But like, why is that a conspiracy? Like, why does that matter outside of the context of just like Biden is like an evil rich guy? Like, what does that mean for the like? Is there a conspiracy where it's like, Biden and Hunter Biden's going to destroy America because of X, Y, or Z?
I think it's what I hate about the right and the left is that Hillary, Biden, Trump, they're all doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And pointing the finger at each other, being like, no, you're doing this, but her emails, but you have top secret documents on your golf course and all that. All of them are doing the exact same thing. Trump and Clinton are both friends with Epstein.
Yeah.
They're all, and it's just
Trump and Clinton just spit roasting Epstein's girlfriend.
Yeah, and it's just both of them are doing the exact same thing, and they're like, don't look at me, my thing, look at her thing. It's like, okay, but you're both doing it.
Yeah.
Hillary is just as bad as Trump, or when it comes to stealing documents and having them on your private thing. It's just boomers don't know how email works, so they're like, yeah, Hillary's good. They don't.
Yeah. Hey, I would have lost the documents too.
Yeah, and then whenever Clinton is like, hey, I had sex with a prostitute, whatever, same as Trump, and then when Obama and George W. Bush do the exact same war crimes, and so when Trump and Biden do the exact same business dealings, and it's just so blatantly clear when you watch who reports on what, when it's just nothing has changed.
It is funny that it went Bush, Obama, war crimes, 16 years.
They were war crime presidents.
And then it went money crime presidents. Trump, Biden.
Yeah.
And so after Biden, what do you think the new crime is going to be? You think we're going back? I think we're going back to war crimes.
You think?
I think maybe Biden's going to switch it up and he's going to do both. He's going to give us a little flavor of both. He started out money crimes. Now, I mean, technically America fomented the war in Ukraine pretty blatantly, so that might count as war crimes. But I think that we're going to get involved in the war so Biden can get reelected. I think that's what he's going to do.
Oh.
Because no wartime president has ever been removed, lost an election.
It's a good political strategy.
You guys pay attention to what war with Russia, war with China?
Maybe. I think war with Russia was kind of happening, but then Russia dropped the bag.
They really did.
Ukraine is like, I mean, also...
Listen, when you give them all the missiles...
Yeah.
We've played... Anyone who's played an RTS knows... You know, if you've got off-map assets, you can really just fuck them up. They really like those, dude.
But you were asking what's the deal with Hunter?
Yeah. Why do I just don't understand? Like, someone asked me on my other podcast, the political podcast, and I feel like I know a lot about. I'm able to answer most questions, and even I couldn't be like, I don't know why. Your
podcast deals with boring, annoying politics.
That's why I'm asking you.
I get underground.
Yeah. That's why I'm asking you.
The deal with Hunter is there is very credible proof that he was having sex with his dead brother's wife. That did happen, I think. And then 99% proof that he was having sex with his dead husband's wife's daughter, underage daughter.
Okay, but also, but Republicans never bring that up. Their whole thing is the business dealings.
No, the Alex Jones types like me do bring it up, and we get shut up. But
that's not what I'm asking you about.
Yeah.
I knew that stuff.
Oh, you're asking about.
I'm asking why Republicans are always like, it's Ukraine and China. Come on, the Hunter Biden laptop documentary. It's like...
Yeah, the reason they bring it up enough to write their article and kind of be like, look, we're against this thing, but no one ever digs deep enough because they're also doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You just get a surface level amount of anger to drum up enough donations and support for your side, and then you're like, oh, but we're not going to do anything about it.
Dude, I wonder I've never met a regular person who donated to a campaign that wasn't Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I donated I think $20 to Bernie. And I was like, damn it, I want my $20 back.
Yeah, I donated a bunch.
I was pro Bernie until he started apologizing to the ladies.
Yeah, when
the ladies started backstabbing him in front of everyone.
What the fuck? Yeah, when what's her name? The fucking Elizabeth Warren that went to school on a native scholarship and everyone let her get away with it. And she's like, "You said you didn't like women," and he was like, "No, I didn't." And there were people who were like, "We were there. That didn't happen."
Yeah, I still see people being like, "Why is Biden? What is Biden doing?" It's like, Bernie was the choice. You fucking morons. You just went with the media narrative that Bernie Sanders was racist and a pedophile, and it's like they're like, he's none of those things.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
He's sexist.
It's also crazy to say he's sexist. He endorsed Hillary the second he lost in 2016. Like right away, and campaigned for her. He campaigned for her in Pennsylvania when she should have been, because that's the state she lost that lost her the election.
We should move to a monarchy.
Yeah, dude. Also, no,
that seems a lot more. I'd rather have one family to hate than having to flip flop every 4 to 8 years.
Everybody, it's too much work.
Two different families going back and forth. The Clinton and the Bushes just flip flopping every other year. That's why Trump was the greatest president. He wasn't part of any of these families, and he stopped government from working for he's only 4 years, right?
Yeah. Here's one thing.
And then they stole the election from him.
Here's one thing that a monarchy does good too, is when they get really entrenched and they're in charge of everything, it's like, oh, if I just kill these 5 guys, now a new group of 5 guys are in charge, and I could be one of those 5 guys. You know what I mean?
The reset button is a lot easier.
Yeah, you can really reach it. It's a reset button on a regular Nintendo as opposed to the reset button on a router you need a pencil for.
Yeah, that you have to unplug and hold and figure out.
Yeah, dude.
That's they have it. They have it. What is that called? Cubicalized. Compartmentalized. Yeah, the government is compartmentalized.
Yeah, dude, you could if you just shoot the king in the face and you're like, I'm the king now, people would be like, fuck, dude, seems like he's the king now. I mean, that happens all the time in history. I don't know how it would go down now. Has anyone assassinated anyone in the royal family?
No, but they did shoot that guy in Japan with a homemade gun.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That autistic guy made a 3D printed parts and made his own gun.
Yeah, he invented one.
And he didn't even have bullets. He had gunpowder and rocks. It was like a blunderbuss.
Damn, dude, you get killed fucking World of Warcraft style with a blunderbuss, dude. Oh my god. The disrespect. Oh, how many times did he shoot him? Twice, right?
I think he shot once, and the first shot missed, or didn't like do enough damage, and then he got up close and shot it the second time.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Shinzo Abe or whatever his name was. Some fucking asshole nationalist dude who wouldn't apologize for Japanese war crimes in Korea. Well,
was he in charge during then?
He was the prime minister for a time, I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass right now. I just know that he was not a good guy.
That's what they say. It probably wasn't, but I hate when people are like, you need to apologize for this thing. And I'm like, hey, man, I was just elected. I wasn't running the country back then. What do you want me to say?
They wanted Japan to like pay for reparations, you know, and do other things. Also, it's a different culture.
Yeah.
For us, we're like, I'm not going to fucking whatever. But like for them, it's like a really big deal to just be like, hey, we're sorry about all the sexual slavery we did during World War II. I mean, you know. And I think Japan it wasn't that they wouldn't apologize, it's they wouldn't even admit it happened, I think.
Because if you admit it happened, then you have to pay it out.
Yeah, no, I know. It's like, oh, we're not going to admit all the... I think also he was like an imperialist. So he was like, Japan was right in World War II or something. I don't know. You know, nationalists are fucking crazy.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. They're crazy, dude.
I'm an American nationalist.
I don't know about
USA.
that. You're the worst nationalist of all time, which is why I appreciate
I'm the best nationalist.
We're the best. Yeah, you're right.
We're like, America deserves to be number one. Unless we're not, then whatever. I don't care. That is the best form of nationalism, is America's number one. And other people will be like, yeah, but you're ranked last in this, and this. And I'm like, that's how good we are. We're still number one. We're ranked last in education. We have no health care, and we're still number one.
It's true.
How sad is that? You have health care. You have free health care, and you're not number one? Your country stinks.
Well, you know, the secret to being number one is jets and battleships. That's literally it. We figure it's like when you play fucking Axis and Allies and the aircraft carrier really does like just win the game. And you're like, everyone's like concentrated, like, oh, I built all my factories, like, oh, my economy's good, like, look at all this land, like, it's like, nope,
we just built one type of unit.
Yeah, you just built the one good unit. You're like, damn, that's OP as fuck. Like, I focused on all this other things. I made an alliance with my friend. Nope, I put all of my money into this one thing, and now I win the game. It's like, fuck, that sucks,
and
man.
We're winning.
Yeah, fuck being well-rounded. If you have aircraft carriers, you win. That's really what it comes down to.
Dude, Russia couldn't take I think we might, in the next 20 years, start some shit with China. And I think we're going to win China. And then once everyone realizes that China and Russia have nothing against us, what happens to America then? Are we just going to be like, we're going to take over the world. We're in charge now. It's obvious that the next two superpowers weren't even 10% of our power.
Yeah, that is what happens.
So I wonder, that would be fun. That might be an interesting move.
I mean, the EU might try to fight us.
Yeah,
that's what everyone's like. It's Fortress America. It's going to be America versus everybody.
And then when the EU does what Russia does to Ukraine, we're just like, how many people do you want to throw at us until you just become our new state?
It is going to
Everyone has to learn English, even though it's not our national language.
I mean, we're already doing that in the world. We did it.
Dude, we're winning.
Yeah.
America's
the American
one.
Empire is fucking crushed the world,
we're
dude.
Killing it.
We really are, literally.
I love America.
It's really bad.
Right now, you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
When do you think it gets good?
What
does good look like for America? Do you think we'll ever get it together?
What do you mean?
I don't know. What does good look like?
Yeah.
Because right now we control the world, but it just makes rich people rich, and that's the end of the sentence. Like there's no other stuff going on.
I think that just keeps going.
Yeah,
I think that's just all history
until we destroy the planet. I don't think rich people get rich is all of history. I will say this, that historically there are a lot of people motivated by other shit. For sure there are.
I think it moves in cycles. I think every now and then a bunch of rich people get got, which is fun.
Yeah, that
fun
is
and scary
very
times,
fun.
But then the cycle just starts over again. and short of Star Trek replicator machines, it's going to keep going that way.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I think that if you get like, I mean, the American Empire is so crazy that we're going to be trapped in this loop outside of something really wild happening.
No,
but
that's
you
why I don't
could
worry about
eventually go another way and then be trapped. I mean, the loop could be over a longer period of time than you think.
That's what I've said it time and time again. I'm not too worried about it. Because short of apocalyptic change, not much is going to change. Sure, some things suck. Rent goes up, our inflation, everything. But as long as I can eat a nice sandwich and hang out with my friends, we're all doing all right.
I mean, we here, yeah. My problem is that I think about other people and I'm like, it fucking sucks, dude. Sorry that you don't get to eat sandwiches and hang out like we do.
I'm gonna. If you live in one of those places like, what is it, Missouri? Who doesn't have water right now?
Dude, there's multiple places without water right now. But yeah. No water. I'm not even talking about the United States, but yeah, you're right. I forgot that there's a lot of people in the United States that also don't get to eat sandwiches and hang out.
You're talking worldwide.
I was talking worldwide, but you're right. There are lots of people here in America that are like, fuck, I don't get to eat sandwiches and hang out. And I forgot that too. Man, life is a nightmare.
That's what
I'm
saying.
very thankful that we get to eat sandwiches and hang out.
That's what I'm saying is you have to, if you are one of those people that is in a nightmare situation, you have to find the people who are closest to you and
get guns.
And I was just gonna say, and figure something out. We're like, hey, we're gonna move to Utah. I guess it sucks over there, but there's a lot of jobs, and you get to go camping, and then form a plan.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, you do have to get together as a group and make a plan.
Sometimes
that's
not even
the safest way.
Not even as a group. Sometimes you just gotta be like, I'm out.
I mean, but you can't just leave.
I just left.
Yeah, but you don't love your family. A lot of people love their families.
Hey, this is not the Patreon.
No, my bad. You're right.
And sometimes you have to leave what you love.
That is true. I mean, listen, I left what I love to try and pursue my dreams.
Because you love a big sandwich more.
Oh, man, I fucking love a big sandwich. I wish the sandwich shop I like is open today, but it's not open on Mondays or Tuesdays.
It's not open after 4 p.m.
It's not open after 4
p.m. They take a 2-hour break in the middle of the day.
Wait, it's Sunday right now. Oh, no, it's Monday. Fuck, man. I don't know what day it is ever. Fucking Christ.
Dude, stop eating vegan sandwiches when they're closed. Start eating normal sandwiches.
Mac, I'm trying to make the world better.
That's not your...
I'm also trying to live a more moral life. I'm trying to fucking work on my physical health is great, aside from right now because I'm sick from basically killing myself, because when your body hurts, your soul doesn't, which is true.
That is true.
And it's good, and I think it's valid. I've trying to make my heart and my brain and my soul good. And a part of making your soul good is deciding about moral lines you want to draw. And I'm trying to draw more moral lines in my life. And one of them was that I don't want to fucking contribute to factory farming as much as I used to. So now I have to fucking eat the shitty goddamn sandwiches that close at 4 p.m. I know you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
I'm going to go get Popeyes.
I know you are.
And I'm going to be happy.
Fuck, man. Fuck.
Well, everybody, that's the podcast.
Yeah.
You have to decide for yourself what you want and
you have
how
to
you
draw
feel.
Moral lines in the sand in order to have a fulfilling and complete life.
Guess what? Or be immoral and live a rich and gaudy life and only regret it in the last 5 minutes before you die.
That is fair. I wonder how bad that regret hurts. It probably doesn't hurt as bad as it feels good to do nothing all life.
Live 80 years in just being just evil and eating whatever you want.
I feel like you're not happy, though. I feel like you, at the end of your life, you realize maybe what happiness is, and you go, oh, no.
I don't think you're happy, but I do think it feels good the whole time.
Feeling good and being happy are two different things, though. Yeah. And that's the most important thing to remember out there in fucking podcast land.
All right, everybody.
All right, everyone. We love you. Subscribe to the patreon.com/cowboyboys where you're allowed to say anything you want to us.
Yes.
And you can ask us questions and we will answer them and read everything you say.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
We will do
got one of
that.
those coming up.
You should do that. All right. Love you guys.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.